Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here today to discuss an important topic that affects our relationships, our careers, and our personal lives. It is crucial to understand that respect is not merely given, it is earned through our actions, words, and habits. Today, I want to bring to your attention 4 awful habits that can lead people to disrespect you. These habits may seem trivial, but they have profound consequences in how others perceive you and interact with you. The first habit that leads to disrespect is consistent negativity. Consistent negativity is a habit that can silently undermine our relationships, careers, and personal well-being. It creeps into our conversations, influences our interactions, and shapes the way we see the world. Negativity is often rooted in our perspective on life. When we constantly focus on what's wrong, we train our minds to see only the dark side of situations. This mindset not only impacts our own mood, but also has a ripple effect on those around us. Imagine walking into a room filled with people, only to find one person complaining about their job, their partner, or the weather. That single voice of negativity can quickly overshadow the collective energy in the room. It creates an atmosphere of discomfort, pushing people away and making them reluctant to engage. The problem lies not just in the words spoken, but in the energy they carry. A negative mindset is contagious, often leading others to adopt a similar perspective. When someone is persistently negative, it can drain the enthusiasm and motivation of those who interact with them, leaving them feeling weighed down and unappreciated. One might argue that expressing concerns or frustrations is a natural part of human interaction. While it's true that we all have moments of disappointment and frustration, the key lies in the frequency and manner of our expressions. If we find ourselves perpetually highlighting the negatives without offering solutions or shifts toward positivity, we risk becoming known as the complainer or the pessimist. This label can stick, and over time, people may start to avoid us, feeling that our negativity adds no value to their lives. Negativity can also stem from a deeper place, often connected to our personal experiences and past traumas. Individuals who have faced challenges may develop a defensive mindset where they anticipate disappointment, approach life with a waiting for the other shoe to drop attitude. While this behavior might serve as a protective mechanism, it often hinders our ability to form genuine connections with others. When we constantly brace ourselves for the worst, we may inadvertently push away those who genuinely want to support us. In professional settings, consistent negativity can be particularly damaging. Teams thrive on collaboration, trust, and mutual support. However, if a team member continually voices complaints or expresses doubt about the group's goals, it can create division and foster an environment of mistrust. Colleagues may begin to question the viability of their efforts, leading to decreased morale and productivity. In contrast, a positive mindset can be incredibly motivating, inspiring others to rally around common objectives and face challenges with enthusiasm and resilience. The challenge lies in breaking the cycle of negativity. It requires conscious effort and a willingness to change our perspective. The first step is to become aware of our thought patterns. Are we habitually finding faults in our situations, or are we actively seeking the good amidst challenges? Self-reflection is key. It allows us to recognize when our negativity surfaces and provides us with an opportunity to pivot toward a more positive outlook. Another effective strategy is to practice gratitude. Shifting our focus from what's wrong to what's right can be transformative. Start by identifying 3 things you're grateful for each day. This simple exercise can help train your mind to seek out the positives, fostering a more optimistic outlook. By sharing gratitude with others, we create an uplifting atmosphere that encourages open dialogue and deeper connections. When we express appreciation for those around us, we strengthen our relationships and foster an environment where positivity flourishes. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can also combat consistent negativity. The people we spend time with significantly shape our attitudes and outlooks. By seeking out relationships with those who embody optimism, we expose ourselves to different perspectives that can inspire change. Engaging with positive individuals can challenge our negative thought patterns and motivate us to adopt a more constructive approach to life. Additionally, we must learn the power of language. The words we choose can either uplift or diminish the spirit of those around us. Instead of focusing on complaints, try framing conversations around solutions or lessons learned. This shift not only encourages personal growth, but also fosters an environment where others feel safe to share their experiences without fear of judgment or negativity. It promotes a culture of problem solving rather than one of blame and despair. Finally, cultivating mindfulness can help us become more aware of our thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness teaches us to observe our emotions without judgment, allowing us to acknowledge our negativity without being consumed by it. Through practices such as meditation or deep breathing, we can create a pause between our thoughts and reactions, enabling us to respond more thoughtfully rather than reactively. This space can empower us to choose a more positive response to challenges, shifting our mindset from one of despair to one of hope. Consistent negativity is a habit that can quietly sabotage our relationships and personal fulfillment. By recognizing the impact of our negative thoughts and adopting strategies to foster positivity, we can break free from the cycle of pessimism and create a more enriching environment for ourselves and those around us. The second awful habit that can lead to disrespect is disregarding others' opinions. This habit manifests when we consistently dismiss or belittle what others have to say, whether intentionally or inadvertently. In our fast-paced world, where everyone seems eager to voice their opinions, it can be easy to forget the importance of listening. However, failing to value others' perspectives is not only disrespectful, it also creates a barrier to genuine connection and collaboration. When we disregard others' opinions, we send a powerful message: my thoughts matter more than yours. This attitude breeds resentment and alienation. People want to feel heard and understood, and when they sense that their opinions are not valued, they may become disengaged. This disengagement can manifest in various ways. People may withdraw from conversations, stop contributing to discussions, or even avoid interacting with you altogether. The result is a loss of meaningful relationships and opportunities for growth and learning. Imagine a team meeting where one individual dominates the conversation, continuously pushing their ideas while ignoring the input of others. The team members may begin to feel frustrated and unappreciated, leading to a toxic atmosphere that stifles creativity and innovation. Collaboration thrives on diverse perspectives, and when individuals feel their contributions are disregarded, it stifles the team's ability to succeed. Conversely, when everyone's opinions are acknowledged and valued, it fosters a sense of belonging and encourages collective problem solving. Disregarding others' opinions often stems from a lack of awareness or an overestimation of our own knowledge. We may fall into the trap of believing that our experience and understanding make us superior, leading us to dismiss alternative viewpoints. However, this mindset is detrimental to personal and professional growth. No one person has a monopoly on knowledge, and the best solutions often arise from the synthesis of diverse ideas. Embracing the wisdom of others not only enhances our understanding, but also opens the door to innovative solutions that we may not have considered. To overcome this habit, we must cultivate the art of active listening. Active listening involves fully concentrating on what others are saying, reflecting on their words, and responding thoughtfully. It requires us to set aside our own agenda and biases, allowing space for others to express their thoughts without interruption. This practice demonstrates respect and validation, making others feel valued and understood. As we engage in conversations, we can employ techniques such as paraphrasing or summarizing what others have said before sharing our perspective. This approach not only shows that we are paying attention, but also allows us to clarify any misunderstandings. By doing so, we create an atmosphere where open dialogue can flourish, encouraging everyone to share their thoughts freely. Another essential aspect of valuing others' opinions is recognizing the diversity of experiences and perspectives that shape individuals' viewpoints. Each person brings a unique set of experiences, knowledge, and insights to the table. Embracing this diversity enhances our understanding of the world and broadens our horizons. Rather than viewing differing opinions as a threat, we can see them as opportunities for growth and learning. By welcoming diverse perspectives, we enrich our conversations and build stronger, more meaningful connections. Moreover, it is vital to create an inclusive environment where individuals feel safe to express their opinions without fear of judgment. This can be achieved by establishing ground rules for discussions, such as encouraging respectful dialogue and discouraging personal attacks. When people feel that their contributions are respected, they are more likely to engage actively and share their ideas without hesitation. In professional settings, valuing others' opinions is especially critical for fostering a collaborative culture. Leaders play a significant role in shaping this culture by modeling respect for diverse perspectives. By actively seeking input from team members and acknowledging their contributions, leaders demonstrate that every voice matters. This practice not only enhances morale, but also encourages innovation and creativity within the team. In our personal lives, showing respect for others' opinions can strengthen our relationships with friends, family, and colleagues. By taking the time to listen and validate their feelings, we create an environment where open communication thrives. This fosters trust and understanding, allowing relationships to flourish. Disregarding others' opinions can lead to a breakdown of communication and respect, hindering our ability to connect with those around us. By practicing active listening, embracing diversity, and creating an inclusive environment, we can foster deeper connections and cultivate mutual respect. As we value the opinions of others, we not only elevate their status in our eyes, but also enrich our own understanding of the world around us. Ultimately, respecting others' opinions is a foundational element of healthy relationships, personal growth, and collaborative success. The third awful habit that can lead to disrespect is inconsistency in words and actions. When there is a disconnect between what we say and what we do, it creates an atmosphere of distrust and skepticism. This inconsistency can undermine our credibility and erode the respect others have for us, both in personal and professional contexts. People look to us for guidance, inspiration, and reliability. When our words do not match our actions, we risk losing their trust and with it, their respect. Consider a leader who frequently promotes the importance of teamwork but rarely acknowledges the contributions of team members or engages them in decision making. Over time, employees may begin to feel that their input is not valued, leading to disillusionment and disengagement. They may start to question the leader's integrity and commitment to the principles they espouse. This inconsistency between words and actions not only damages the leader's credibility, but also creates a toxic environment where morale and motivation suffer. This habit can manifest in various ways, such as making promises we fail to keep or proclaiming values that we do not embody. When we commit to certain actions or principles but fail to follow through, it sends a clear message that we do not take our words seriously. This inconsistency can lead to frustration and resentment among those around us as they begin to feel let down or misled. Moreover, our actions speak volumes about our character and integrity. People observe how we conduct ourselves in different situations, and when our actions do not align with our stated beliefs or intentions, they may perceive us as hypocritical. This perception can be damaging as it creates a sense of distrust that can be challenging to repair. Once trust is broken, it often takes significant time and effort to rebuild, and in some cases it may never be fully restored. To counteract this habit, it is crucial to practice self-awareness and mindfulness. Being aware of our values and commitments enables us to align our actions with our words. Before making promises or expressing opinions, we should take a moment to reflect on whether we can genuinely follow through on our commitments. If we are unsure, it is better to communicate our uncertainty rather than over-promising and under-delivering. Another effective strategy is to establish a framework for accountability. This framework involves setting clear expectations for ourselves and seeking feedback from others. By inviting others to hold us accountable for our actions, we demonstrate our commitment to integrity and reliability. This can be especially important in team settings where collective accountability fosters a culture of trust and respect. Additionally, it is essential to communicate openly and honestly when we find ourselves unable to meet a commitment. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may arise that prevent us from following through on our promises. In such cases, addressing the situation proactively and transparently can help mitigate disappointment and maintain trust. By acknowledging our limitations and providing updates, we show that we value others' time and effort, reinforcing our credibility. Furthermore, reflecting on our values and priorities can help us make better decisions about what commitments to undertake. It is essential to recognize that we cannot do everything, and sometimes saying no to certain requests allows us to honor our existing commitments fully. By focusing on what truly matters and aligning our actions with our core values, we create a more authentic and trustworthy presence. This habit is not solely about avoiding hypocrisy, it also involves being genuine in our interactions with others. Authenticity breeds trust, and when we are true to ourselves and our values, we create an environment where others feel safe to be themselves as well. In this way, our consistent behavior not only earns respect, but also encourages others to act with integrity. Ultimately, inconsistency in words and actions undermines our ability to build meaningful relationships and foster respect. By cultivating self-awareness, embracing accountability, and prioritizing authenticity, we can bridge the gap between our words and actions. This alignment enhances our credibility, strengthens our relationships, and creates a foundation of trust that is essential for personal and professional success. As we strive to be individuals of integrity, we not only elevate ourselves, but also inspire those around us to do the same. The fourth awful habit that can lead to disrespect is taking others for granted. This habit often creeps into our daily interactions, manifesting in ways that diminish the value we place on the people around us. When we take others for granted, we fail to recognize and appreciate their contributions, efforts, and presence in our lives. This neglect not only affects our relationships, but also creates an atmosphere of disengagement and resentment. Taking others for granted often arises from familiarity. As we build relationships, whether in personal or professional settings, we may begin to assume that the people around us will always be there, regardless of our actions. This complacency can lead us to overlook their needs, feelings, and contributions. When we become accustomed to someone's support or assistance, we may stop expressing gratitude or acknowledgement for their efforts. Over time, this lack of appreciation can lead individuals to feel undervalued and unimportant. For instance, consider a colleague who consistently puts in extra effort to help with projects and support the team. If their contributions are overlooked or taken for granted, they may eventually feel demotivated and disengaged. They might start to question their role within the team, leading to decreased productivity and a sense of isolation. This disengagement can ultimately impact the overall morale of the team, as others may begin to sense the tension and dissatisfaction. In personal relationships, taking others for granted can be even more damaging. Partners, friends, and family members invest time and energy into nurturing these connections. When we neglect to express our appreciation for their efforts, we create a rift in the relationship. People want to feel valued and cherished, and when they sense that they are being taken for granted, they may withdraw emotionally. This withdrawal can lead to misunderstandings, resentment, and in some cases, the deterioration of the relationship altogether. Furthermore, taking others for granted can lead to a sense of entitlement. When we consistently expect support, kindness, or assistance without reciprocating or acknowledging these acts, we foster an unhealthy dynamic. This entitlement creates an imbalance in relationships where one party feels used while the other feels justified in their actions. This cycle can lead to frustration and resentment, ultimately eroding the foundation of respect that is necessary for healthy relationships. To combat this habit, it is essential to cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Practicing gratitude involves actively recognizing and appreciating the contributions of others. It requires us to pause and reflect on the efforts that those around us make daily. A simple thank you can go a long way in demonstrating appreciation and acknowledgement. By expressing gratitude, we not only elevate the other person's status, but also strengthen the bond between us. In the workplace, creating a culture of recognition can significantly impact team dynamics. Leaders and team members alike should prioritize acknowledging each other's contributions. This can take the form of public recognition in meetings, personalized notes of appreciation, or simply verbal affirmations of gratitude. When individuals feel recognized for their efforts, they are more likely to engage fully and contribute positively to the team. In our personal lives, fostering a culture of appreciation can also strengthen relationships. Taking the time to express gratitude for the little things, whether it's a partner cooking dinner, a friend offering support, or a family member lending a hand, can create an atmosphere of love and connection. Additionally, engaging in acts of reciprocity can help reinforce the value of the relationship. By being proactive in acknowledging and returning kindness, we foster a cycle of appreciation that enhances the bond between us. Another effective strategy is to regularly check in with the people in our lives. This involves making an effort to connect, ask how they are doing, and genuinely listen to their thoughts and feelings. When we prioritize these connections, we demonstrate that we value their presence in our lives. This practice not only reinforces the appreciation we have for others, but also allows us to deepen our understanding of their needs and concerns. Moreover, being mindful of our words and actions is critical. We must actively communicate our appreciation and ensure that our behaviors reflect our gratitude. This means being attentive to the contributions of others and acknowledging them openly. When we express our appreciation authentically, we create a positive atmosphere where individuals feel valued and respected. Taking others for granted is a habit that can silently erode respect and damage relationships. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, actively recognizing and appreciating the contributions of those around us, and engaging in open communication, we can break free from this habit. As we make a conscious effort to value the people in our lives, we not only enhance our relationships, but also foster a culture of respect and appreciation that enriches our connections with others. In conclusion, the habits we cultivate in our interactions with others profoundly impact the respect we receive in return. Consistent negativity, disregarding others' opinions, inconsistency in words and actions, and taking others for granted are detrimental behaviors that can erode trust and alienate those around us. By becoming aware of these habits and actively working to change them, we can foster healthier relationships and create an environment of mutual respect. Embracing positivity, practicing active listening, aligning our words with our actions, and expressing gratitude are essential steps toward building deeper connections. When we make a conscious effort to value and appreciate those around us, we not only enhance our own lives, but also uplift others in the process. Let us strive to be individuals who inspire respect through our actions and words, creating a ripple effect that transforms our relationships and environments. Thank you for your attention, and may you take these insights to heart as you navigate your personal and professional journeys.